So there we go. Why don't we go ahead and start with some meditation? Those of you who have attended Lotus Center meditation classes here before know that we always start with a meditation because it helps to create space and stillness in our mind, and everything works better with a spacious, quiet mind. So without any further ado, I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody. If you have any questions about the status of any devices that may interrupt your meditation or your session this morning, now would be a good time to go ahead and silence them. So here we go to well, oh, here, let me see. Nope, my mute everyone button is not available, not present to me right now. A user error, no doubt. So if you would go ahead and silence yourselves, mute yourselves, that would be great. First thing is for us to settle into a comfortable meditation posture. Critical to note that sitting on the floor in a cross-legged position is not a requirement for meditation. Sitting in a chair is completely fine. Really, whatever makes you the most comfortable, even lying down, if that's kind of the only option that's available to you, even lying down is okay. But kind of ideal is in a sitting position, whether on the floor or in a chair. Your spine being straight and relaxed. And if you're sitting in a chair, your feet can be flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Please allow your hands to rest in your lap with your palms facing upwards. If you'd like to assume a more traditional meditation hand posture, you can put the back of your left hand in the palm of your lap, the back of your right hand in the palm of your left, thusly, and then allow your thumbs to touch softly at the navel. We're facing straight ahead with our head tilted slightly forward, and this serves to bring our spine perfectly into alignment. If you haven't already done so, please go ahead and softly close your eyes. And to begin, I'd like you to please simply bring your awareness to the exhalation of your breath, and very gently, very, very gently, allow your exhalation to be just a bit longer and a bit more pronounced than your inhalation. Please feel free to experiment with pausing briefly at the bottom of each exhalation. This meditation technique will allow both your physical body and your mind to start to settle and rest, to become quiet and still. Now is not the time to reflect on events that have occurred in the past. Those events cannot be changed, undone, or relived. Nor is it the time to speculate about events that may or may not occur in the future. The future is completely uncertain. Now is the time to be fully present here in this moment. Now is the time to give yourself permission to enjoy engaging in an activity that's going to bring you a peaceful state of mind. And with that, I'd like you to please bring your awareness to the crown of your head, to your scalp in particular. And I'd like you to allow at once all of the tiny muscles and nerves that support your scalp to become loose and completely relaxed. The tiny muscles and nerves at the top of your scalp and the back of your scalp and the sides of your scalp. Just allow these tiny muscles and nerves to at once release and become loose and deeply, deeply relaxed. Please allow the tiny muscles and nerves across your forehead, the tiny muscles that support your eyebrows, and all of the muscles in your face to become soft and completely relaxed. Your facial muscles become so soft and relaxed, in fact, that it might feel as though the pores of your skin are opening up now. Your mind starts to relax as your body is starting to relax. And as we progress further into this meditation, I would invite you to bring your awareness not only to the words that you hear, but also to the silent gaps in between the words and in between the sentences. In particular, please allow the muscles that support your jaw to become soft and relaxed. At times we carry tension and tightness in these muscles that support our jaw. I'd like you now to allow any and all forms of tension, both subtle and overtly manifest, to dissipate, to drain away, to dissolve into empty space, to dissolve into space like emptiness. Your jaw starts to feel a bit heavier now, and it takes a gentle and deliberate effort to keep your jaw from dropping open. Please allow the muscles in your neck and your throat to become soft and relaxed, as well as the muscles in your shoulders. Allow your shoulders to settle and rest, to become soft and relaxed. And as your shoulders settle and rest, they may start to feel a bit heavier now. And this causes them to drop down into a natural, comfortable position. There's a subtle lengthening of your neck and a subtle lengthening of your spine. Please allow the muscles in your arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers to each become completely soft and completely relaxed. And your hands now might feel a bit warmer and heavier as they rest in your lap. and your mind relaxes as your body relaxes. The muscles in your chest become soft and relaxed, and your lungs are now able to perform perfectly and without effort their natural function of breathing. The muscles in your abdomen, and likewise all of the muscles in your back, all of the muscles that support your shoulder blades and your spine. Allow these muscle sets to settle and to rest, to become soft and relaxed as you drop deeper and deeper on down. And let yourself go. The muscles in your hips and your pelvic area become soft and relaxed, as well as the muscles in your legs, knees, calves, ankles, feet, and toes. One by one, these muscle sets become completely soft and completely relaxed. The soles of your feet, even the muscles and nerves in the soles of your feet, even the tiny muscles and nerves at the tips of your toes, release now and become soft and relaxed. Your body is both centered and settled. You're in a state of perfect physical equilibrium. Your mind relaxes completely now as your body is completely relaxed. And let yourself go. You have complete freedom to let go now. So let yourself go. Now, very gently, very, very gently, I'd like you to please redirect your awareness. Become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of your body and start to deepen your breath. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the surroundings inside of the room that you're occupying, the ceiling above you, the floor beneath you, furnishings and so forth. Allow your awareness to extend outside of the room that you're occupying. Become aware of neighboring communities, of neighboring countries, of neighboring continents, of neighboring planets. We dedicate all of the merit, all of the positive energy from this morning's meditation to world peace. May all beings without exception be completely free from all forms of mental and physical suffering. May all beings be happy, peaceful, contented, and free. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. Good, good. Thank you very much. It takes a great deal of wisdom for you to commit yourself to learning or refining your meditation practice. And I rejoice in your wisdom. I'm very glad you're here. Thank you for being here. It is customary when starting a meditation series for the teacher to say a little bit about his or her credentials. I have been meditating. I actually went to my first meditation class 22 years ago this month. It'll be 22 years on January 28th, and it was a public talk, much like what we have here at Lotus Center. My teacher is a Tibetan Lama whose name is Geshe Kelsang Gyatso. He's been my teacher from the beginning, and virtually everything I share with you, I learned from him. So you can rest assured that the material you're receiving is qualified and reliable. Geshe Kelsang Gyatso is a Buddhist Lama, and all of my training is in a Buddhist tradition, although the meditations that we're going to do here over the next month are not Buddhist specific. They have Buddhist elements, but not a traditional Buddhist practice, and not strictly a Buddhist content, I guess is a good way to put it. So you all are really actually very fortunate to be receiving meditation instruction from me, because I have made virtually every mistake in meditation that there is to make. So you have the potential to benefit from my mistakes in kind of refining how I present meditation. I've kind of ferreted out the things that haven't worked, and then offer to people who attend classes the stuff that have worked for me. There's no guarantee that what didn't work for me won't work for you, and what works for me will work for you, but here's hoping, right? So something I can tell you, and I'd like to tell you about my own meditation practice, my experience with meditation, is that for the first 8 or 9 years of my meditation practice, I got virtually no results that I could identify. Maybe at subtle levels, almost certainly at subtle levels, there was benefit. But in terms of being able to control my mind and develop more patience and more patient acceptance and more compassion and more wisdom on a day-to-day basis, I didn't really see any effect for the first 8 or 9 years, primarily because I was making mistakes. Now, one might wonder, wow, 8 or 9 years and you stayed with it. Why would somebody do something like that? The answer is probably stubbornness, and I didn't really have a better alternative for training my mind than meditation. At some fundamental level, I knew that meditation is what was going to ultimately benefit me the most. And the reason that the dots weren't connecting completely was due to, here again, user error. And I bring this point up to you for those of you who are just starting out a meditation practice, that your experience may be the same. I'm not saying that I think that it's going to take you 8 or 9 years to get results from your meditation practice. You may get results immediately. And those are two of the benefits of having a meditation practice that I'd like to share with you for the remainder of the time that we have here. One is that through meditation, through consistent meditation and meditating properly, you will be able to do things like achieve a more peaceful, tranquil state of mind, to become more patient and accepting, more compassionate, more loving, basically whatever good qualities you want to develop, those will be available to you through training the mind, through meditation on a consistent basis. The other benefit, and this kind of speaks to the potential for us to not experience results from meditation immediately, is that the second benefit is that just knowing that you have a meditation practice and are maintaining a meditation practice will bring you some peace of mind. At least it did for me, and I hope it will for you. Again, you can sit for your 10 or 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it is, each session, and like leave and have the same sorts of things push your buttons that have pushed your buttons for years. And it's like, why am I doing this? Because nothing seems to be changing. Just knowing that you have a meditation practice can serve as a sort of anchor or a foundation to keep you going and to give you a sense of insurance that, or a sense of assurance that you can free yourself over the states of mind that torment you, and you can cultivate and make part of you states of mind that will bring you that will bring you peace, and result in a happier life for you. So if I were you, and I hope you're asking this question, the question might arise, okay, who says that having a meditation practice, knowing that the recognition that I have a meditation practice will serve as a source of assurance and peace for me, even though I'm not getting immediate results? Who says that that's going to be the case? Well, saying that my teacher is fond of saying is that happiness and suffering are states of mind. Therefore, the causes of happiness and suffering must come from within the mind. Happiness and suffering are states of mind. Therefore, the causes of happiness and suffering must come from within the mind. And by the way, if you have a photographic memory and can retain everything I say, awesome, good on you. For those of you who might not have that gift, no worries. I'm going to prepare an outline for each of these 5 instructional sessions and then email it to everybody so you can refer to that if that will be helpful for you. Happiness and suffering are states of mind. Therefore, the causes of happiness and suffering must come from within the mind. And it is through meditation that we train our mind and come to be familiar with these causes of happiness and suffering, and ultimately transform our mind and our states of mind. So a follow-up question might be, okay, who says that happiness and suffering are states of mind? Therefore, the causes of happiness and suffering must come from within the mind. Questions are encouraged in these classes and our meditation sessions. Objections are even welcomed. Who says that this happiness and suffering are states of mind? Who says it's true? We can come to understand this truth just by examining our life and our experience. And a helpful analogy might be a car, an automobile. If our car isn't operating, if it's not running, the causes of the car not running come from within the car. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty straightforward, and it's like, sure, nothing real sort of profound there. But we have a way of distracting ourselves and becoming confused about things like this, basically through our thinking mind, through discursive thought. You see, we often go down this line of thinking with regard to the car not operating. We say, well, my car's not operating. The cause of my car not operating is because I hit a really big pothole. And that's the cause of the car not operating. And actually, an even more fundamental cause of the car not operating is that this road is so poorly maintained. It's poorly maintained, and then there's a pothole, and therefore my car hit it, and now it's not operating. So the cause of my car not operating comes from this poorly maintained road. And actually, if I were to be even more precise, the cause of the car not operating and the pothole in the rough road is the city works department that maintains the road and are doing a bad job. And, you know, if I even think about it further, it's the people who elected the people who run the town council and, you know, the road and the potholes. And that's the cause of my car not operating. And we sort of get confused with lines of thinking like that with regard to things like our car and our happiness and our suffering. No, it's not precisely correct to say that the causes of happiness and suffering are coming from within my mind. It's actually my neighbors who are the cause of my suffering because they are so loud and they are always playing their music too loud and running their, you know, their automobiles or, you know, mowing the yard early or whatever it might be. We look outside of ourselves for the causes of happiness and suffering, and therefore thereby distract ourselves from the true causes of our own happiness and suffering, which are within the mind. Now, over the next couple of weeks, we'll talk about, excuse me, a few sessions over the next 4 days, we'll talk about what those causes are, how troubled states of mind and happy states of mind come from within the mind, and how we can use meditation to cultivate less of the former and more of the latter. But yeah, I just wanted to assure you that it is through meditation that we work with our mind. And it's through knowing that we have a meditation practice, just the knowledge, awareness, the recognition that we have and are maintaining a meditation practice, that there's a very good chance that we're going to lead happier, more full, contented lives. So that's the primary thought that I wanted to share with you all this morning. We've got 8 points that we're going to go through over the next 4 days. And actually, we've already gone through 6 of the 8 in the meditation that I led this morning. So you may not know it, but we've already covered like the majority of the points that we need to, that we're going to cover in learning how to meditate. There are some people on this call that I'm delighted are here, but didn't register, which is totally fine, but I want to be able to send you the outline for what we talked about this morning in the subsequent outlines. So if you would, people like my friend Nick Prince and others, send me your email address so I can be sure to send you the outline for today's class. Thank you so much for being here. It's 9 o'clock straight up. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning at 8:30. Okay? Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.